Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 19 of the Journeyman Sports Podcast. Took a little break for Thanksgiving, about a week off or so, but back now. Should have pretty fun episode for today. This is what I'm excited and this kind of idea. Hope that we can keep doing it more with the tier list. So today we've got a tier list of every NFL team's wide receiver one. Wide receiver is one of the most important and fun positions in the NFL. So excited to get in and rank this. And when I was prepping for this, I was kind of struggling to figure out what exactly I wanted my criteria to be. But I'm going to try and find some sort of mix between impact, statistics, and yeah, just try and find it somewhere in between those. There's no past like for guys like, Kenny Golladay, um, trying to think DK, like Mike Evans. There's no past for them. This is all based on the present and right now. So pretty excited to hop into this and start it off with Stefon Diggs. So Stefon Diggs, obviously one of the best in the league. In my opinion, I don't know if he's the best route runner, but he's a really, really good one. I enjoy watching him a lot. He's made all the amount of impact you could really ask for. Shit. Shoot. With the Bills since he got there. Enjoyed lots of success. I believe he's helped with making Josh Allen as successful as he is. Let's check his stats on the year together. He has so far 84 catches for 1,100 yards and 9 touchdowns, which is ridiculous already. I think anyone would take him on their team. Stefon Diggs is going to go start him off in S tier. A lot of this stuff can kind of move and shift throughout as we go, but Deebo Samuel now, his overall impact is as a runner just as much as a receiver. I think he's honestly maybe the most versatile player in the NFL other than Taysom Hill. But I mean, that 49ers offense goes as he does. You see him outside, you see him in the slot, you see him at running back, probably have seen him at tight end. I mean, he does everything for this team, and he's a big part of why I think the 49ers are the favorite right now in the NFC. Um, see what he's doing this year. I'm just going to keep looking up these stats kind of as we go. Deebo Samuel. So this season rushing, he's got 31 carries for 202 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then receiving, he's got 41 catches for 468 and 2 touchdowns. So he's putting together a really good season. I think his impact goes outside of the stats. We are going to put Deebo Smith in A tier. I think numbers aren't quite there, but his overall impact, is. So next up, we got Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mike Evans. This has been an interesting year for him and that whole Tampa Bay team, but they're really starting to hit their stride now. He's got 49 catches for 671 and 3 touchdowns on the year. So he's playing well. 6'5", 230. He moves well for his size. Tom Brady really likes him. He's exactly what you want in a receiver with that kind of combination of speed, athleticism, size, especially. You don't see many guys like him, but I think he's had a really good, especially when Tom Brady got there, we really started to see how good he was. He's had every year 1,000 yard. Hasn't gone below 8 touchdowns in his career, so really interested to see what he keeps doing throughout the year. But I'm gonna put him into B tier, which this one is kind of controversial, but there's too many good players in the league now. CeeDee Lamb is next, and watching him on Thanksgiving, there could be some recency bias in this, but I think he's one of the best like top 5 under 25 kind of players. 6'2", 200 pounds. He's been in the league for 3 years. Been really good, especially this year when he had to be wide receiver one. He's put up 64 catches, 857 yards, and 5 touchdowns. He honestly, in his division, might be the best receiver. It's no diss on AJ Brown, but CeeDee's really, really good, and I'm gonna put CeeDee Lamb into A tier with the step up that he's taken to be wide receiver one this year for Dallas. Really slid in very easily too. Next up is Darnell Mooney. On the season, he has 40 catches for 493 yards and 2 touchdowns. I really like Mooney. We're starting to see Justin Fields really develop before our eyes this year. I think that's a great sign for the Bears. You're gonna have your sort of um, wide receiver quarterback duo here for a while if you can get them both re-signed. But I really like Mooney's speed for his size, especially. He's another guy for a 5th-round pick. I mean, he's produced way over what you would have thought. Darnell Mooney, I'm gonna put into B tier for right now. Be interesting to see how much better he could be if he had a little bit better of a quarterback, but B tier, solid player. Now, next up is Robert Woods, who, when he was with the Rams, was really solid. In Tennessee, he's been not super great. 30 catches for 335 and a touchdown. We know what this offense is. It's Derrick Henry or bust. He's solid. I really like him as a run blocker, but with what he brings in the passing game, he's getting older. Been in the league for 10 years. I'm going to put him in C tier. I just think that his best days are behind him, but I think he's got a lot of potential. I think he's going to be a good player in Tennessee for a while. Next up, my guy, Christian Kirk. He's got 52 catches for 670 yards and 7 touchdowns on the season. Now, he got the bag in the offseason, and you can debate comments, whatever, between yourselves, what you think of if he was worth that or not. To me, I think his production, while not worth 18 a year, he's been very good for this Jaguars team. And his impact, we've seen Trevor Lawrence take good steps, and a large part of that is because of Christian Kirk. Good in Arizona, but this year I think he's really taken another step up to his game. I'm going to put Christian Kirk in the B tier. This one might be a little bit controversial, but I'm going to put him into B tier. Now, Keenan Allen, probably the best route runner in the league. This guy is an absolute animal. This year he has not played much. He's got 11 catches for 171 in 3 games. With him not playing, I'm not going to put him on this list. I think he would be A or B. I think he'd be right in between those. But yeah, he just hasn't really played enough for me to accurately kind of rank him for this year. So next up is Brandon Cooks. This season he's got 39 catches for 461 and a touchdown. I think Brandon Cooks is, his situation is not great. We've seen that he wants out. It's kind of pleaded almost to get out. I still think he's a solid receiver. I don't think he's quite the game breaker that he was. Still, he's a guy that you want on your team if you can get him. I'm going to put him into C tier. I think he could be potentially in B. Just haven't really seen him play at his best or in a great situation for a while now. Next on our list is Kenny Golladay. This is just, we don't even need to talk about him. F. Amon St. Brown. Now, this guy has been one of the studs of the year. Really sucks that he got hurt. He hasn't played every game this year, but in the 10 games he has played, racked in 65 catches for 716 and 4 touchdowns. Great game on Thanksgiving. Amon St. Brown is if the I don't dislike Jared Goff, but I think if they get a little bit better quarterback, see exactly what happens. He's got all the potential in the world. He's another guy similar to Mooney. He was a fourth, fifth round pick. He's balled out for the Lions. I'm gonna put him in the B tier. Very, very strong player. I really like what he's done this year. And we've seen the difference in that offense when he's there and when he's not. Next up is Cooper Kupp. This one to me is pretty easy. It's an A tier, or I mean it's an S tier for him. By the way, this double S I'm saving for who I think is the best receiver in the league. So just to throw that out there. This season, let's see. Where is it? Where is it? In the 9 games he played, he had 75 catches for 812 and 6 touchdowns. This guy is another guy, great route runner. I don't know how he's always as open as he is. Blows my mind, honestly. Me and my dad, whenever we watch their games on TV, we always say the same thing of how is he that wide open? He was solid before Stafford got there for sure, but we saw what happened when he got a little bit better of a quarterback. We saw them win a Super Bowl in that year. So his impact is immeasurable as a leader and the stats that he puts out on the field too. Plug up my computer real quick. Hold on. Okay. Next up, we have Jerry Jeudy, who we really thought was going to take a huge step forward this year with the addition of Russell Wilson to that offense. He's got 30 catches for 449, 3 touchdowns this year. He's been hurt, only played in 9 games. He's solid when he's healthy. Yet again, he's another one of the guys that kind of on this list where if he could just get a quarterback, who knows, sky's the limit for him. And the injuries too. He's gotta stay healthy. But I like Jerry Jeudy a lot. I think he's another great route runner in this league. Very capable receiver. Gonna put him into B tier. Next up is AJ Brown. AJ Brown, I don't even want to say is having a breakout season because we all know how good he's been. But this year he's really taken this offense in Philly to a new level. 49 catches, 785 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He's been unstoppable all year. I think it was the game against Pittsburgh. Let me check. Was it Pittsburgh? Yeah, 3 touchdown game, 10 catches, 156. I mean, he's been really good all year, but he's shown that pop where you can see that he could be a top 10 receiver in this league. This is a tough one because I think he's either like a B plus if you're doing it on like an 87 to like 89 scale, and then the 90 is an A. He's like 89, 89, 90. God, this is tough. I'm gonna round up and put him into A tier. I think there's gonna be a decent amount of people that start jumping up to the A tier here, but yeah. Next up, we have got DK Metcalf. DK is one of the freakiest athletes in the league. One of the most fun players to watch when he is playing. 48 catches, 581 and 4 touchdowns for him this season. Playing well has definitely helped Geno Smith a lot. He's one of them. I mean, everyone in the NFL is a freak athlete, but this dude is crazy. One thing that has surprised me and is a good surprise is how healthy he's been able to stay this year and throughout his career. But I really like DK Metcalf. He's one of the he's everything you want. 6'4", 235, got the speed, the athleticism, jump ball ability. Got to see him develop still a little bit as a route runner, but he's an A tier easily for me. So Michael Thomas, he's another guy that we're gonna keep off of here. We're just gonna keep them off of this. Just two hasn't played in forever. Next up, Devante Adams. Um, let's see. Devante Adams has been very good, even with the Raiders kind of being a crazy situation this year. He's been his typical self, 64 catches, 925, already at 10 touchdowns. He's an easy S tier. I mean, whenever he's playing, he's a top receiver in the league. There's no doubt about it. He's proven that he can do it with either Aaron or Derek Carr now. He's been one of the best receivers for a while. He's going to be as long as he stays healthy. Really like Devante Adams, so he's an easy S tier for me. Juju Smith-Schuster is next. He has 46 catches for 615 and 2 touchdowns this year. As a fantasy owner of Juju, he's been everything I hoped he would be. He's been really solid this year, been a great number 2 to Kelsey. He's stepped right in, no problems on the field or off the field, been a model citizen, and I think he's reestablished himself as a very solid receiver in this league. I'm really happy for him. I hope that he helps Kansas City make a push this year. I'm gonna put him into the B tier. I really like him. He's a very strong player. So yeah. Next up, we got Terry McLaurin. This one is an A tier for me. I mean, he's had God knows how many starting quarterbacks in his career. He's put up great numbers every year. He's got 50 for 792 and 2 touchdowns. It was fun when Carson Wentz was playing. You finally got to see that big ball ability that he has. Um, watched the Colts game. He was dominant. He's 6 foot 210. Got some of the best speed in the league. Um, he's just an animal. Like he will perform no matter who is throwing him the ball, no matter what team is around him. And that is exactly why I think he's an A tier receiver. So next is DeAndre Hopkins. Now, DeAndre missed some time. This is a tough one for me because I really think, man, when he's just too good, I feel like not to keep out of S tier. Yeah, we're gonna put him into S tier. DeAndre Hopkins. When I mean, he's only played 5 games this year. You've seen how different that Cardinals offense has been with Colt McCoy or Kyler in there. 45 catches, 487, and 2 touchdowns already. He's got the second highest yards per game in his career. He's just so good. Like I think he has the best hands in the league. I think he's the best jump ball receiver too. But he's just it doesn't matter. He's another one. He's had good quarterbacks in his career, but I think he's just too good to keep out of S tier. Sorry, I'm an IU fan. I'm trying to check the score of the game, and it's delayed. I don't know what happened. Huh. Anyways, so yeah, DeAndre Hopkins into S tier. Think this is Rashad Bateman next here for the Ravens. Who is that? I don't know. I think that's Rashad Bateman. He's been solid, but the Ravens just don't throw the ball that much. I'm gonna put him into C tier. Next up, we got Amari Cooper, great route runner. He's had a good impact this year. Um, it's hard to really say when he hasn't had Deshaun Watson there the whole time, but even then, he's had 50 catches for 707 touchdowns. He's another one that's fringe A. Man, he's helped the Browns a lot. Couldn't imagine them without him. Ugh. We're gonna put him in A. We're gonna put him in A tier. Next up is DJ Moore. He's good. Just feel bad for him with the no quarterbacks his whole career. He has been good. I just haven't seen it. I don't know. I really like him. I think anyone would love to have him on their team, but 42 catches, 502 and 3 touchdowns. Touchdown numbers a little bit low for me, but it'll be interesting to see what does happen. Carolina's got a good shot to get a quarterback this year in the draft, so hopefully they can do that and help him out. So yeah, we'll put solid B tier there. Michael Pittman Jr. Now, the Colts quarterback, circus again, he strikes again. He's had 67 catches for 678 and a touchdown this year. Matt Ryan, throughout his career, has not been a big time touchdown thrower, especially in the red zone, which is where you want to see a guy like Pittman, who's 6'4, 225, thrive with those kind of jump ball situations. I still really like Pittman. I think he's got all the potential in the world. I'm going to put him into B tier. Deontay Johnson is next of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So he's got 51 catches for 450 and no touchdowns this year, which is a little bit surprising to me. Man, it feels disrespectful to put him into C tier. The quarterback hasn't been good, but you've seen guys have had worse quarterback almost play better, like DJ Moore, Darnell Mooney. This one's going to be controversial. I'm going to put Deontay Johnson into C tier. I'm not a huge fan of his, honestly. So next up, we've got Jamar Chase. This is S tier, 100%. He's just an absolute animal. He's not played the entire season. He missed, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. But impact he's had on that Bengals team. We saw they went instantly to the Super Bowl when he got there. This year, he's played 7 games. He's got 47 catches for 605 and 6 touchdowns. He's just the perfect, he's everything that you could want in a receiver. He's got the chemistry with Joe Burrow. We've seen him make instant impact on and off the field. He's changed this Bengals franchise. And yeah, Jamar Chase is he's that dude. One of my favorite players in the league, and I think probably everyone's favorite in a little bit. Hard guy to dislike. Next up, Devante Parker on New England. He's got 21 catches for 420 yards and a touchdown. He's been a guy I think has been a little bit overrated in his career. Put him in C tier. I think he's a solid receiver. You wouldn't mind him as your 3, maybe even 2, but yeah, just hasn't exactly elevated New England to a different level like you would want to see to elevate him onto a B tier. No, Elijah Moore, it's a really difficult one. He's got 18 catches for 220, no touchdowns. Zach Wilson and him have kind of had him and the Jets have just kind of had some beef. It's just a weird time to be a Jets fan, as if it never has been before, but I'm going to put him into the C tier. I don't know. He had a solid rookie season, but we'll have to see. Next up is Tyreek Hill. Now, Tyreek Hill he's just proved everyone wrong. I thought he would be good in Miami. I thought Tua would really help him. I thought he would really help Tua. We've seen the impact that he's made. 81 catches, 1150, and 4 touchdowns. He's going into the double S tier. I think he is. We'll see. We'll talk about that guy in a minute. But the numbers prove it, the wins prove it. When he's been in the lineup in Miami, we've seen the culture change that's happened with him there. We saw him in Kansas City, and now he's done it with another quarterback who's not as good as Mahomes. Tua's still really good, don't get me wrong, but No one is quite on Mahomes' level. Um, so next we've got Drake London, who's had a solid rookie season. Um, 39 catches, 410 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I really like him. He's going to be a very good player in this league. 6'4", 215. Great build for a receiver. We are going to put him into C tier for now. Just haven't really seen enough of him, but I think he's headed on a perfect line right now. I can't quite see the number on this Green Bay guy. I don't I don't know, but no Green Bay receivers have been especially great this year, so we'll just go C tier. And then Justin Jefferson, he's gonna go double S tier with Tyreek Hill. He's got 81 catches for 1232 and 5 touchdowns. Um, he's another guy that has changed the culture for a team ever since he got into the league, but especially now with better coaching, an offensive minded coach, which is a big thing now in the NFL. Um, he's a stud, and I think he's very much got a chance to go down as one of the best receivers of all time if he keeps on this pace. Great route runner. He just doesn't drop the ball. Like, I don't know if any of you guys watch the Thanksgiving game or not, but I mean, he's making double contested catches, getting popped, holding on to the ball. We saw the crazy catch in Buffalo. I mean, this dude, if he gets his hands on the ball, it is not getting dropped. Um, he's phenomenal. I cannot wait to see what he does throughout the rest of his career. And I really like Kirk Cousins, but it would be insane to see some of the numbers he could put up with a guy with a little bit bigger of an arm, too. So, this is my wide receiver tier list for this season, 2022-2023. Let me know what you guys think. Got some kind of controversial picks onto here, but let me know in the comments what you guys think, what you agree with, disagree with. Yeah, this is episode 19. We'll have the pick'em for week 12 dropping tomorrow at noon. Tomorrow being Sunday the 27th at noon. Me and Cade had a good round of the pick'em last week. We're hoping we can get to all the games this week. And then Cade will have fun video that I'm looking forward to, hopefully on Tuesday, about his Saints. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the push to try and get a lot more content out. Took a little break for the Thanksgiving. Should be back. I've got a week and a half left of college, so hopefully we can start getting a lot out. And then obviously as the Christmas season ramps up, I want to start getting more content out to you guys. So yeah, thank you as always for watching. And this is episode 19 of the Journeyman Sports Podcast. Thank you for watching.